Chapter 777. Early the next morning, Alex and his family had breakfast before they drove to Furniture City. Even after thinking for the entire night, Elaine could not think of a way to take the money from Trump's bank account at all. She could not help but feel very anxious when she saw that they were about to spend the $2 million. At the same time, Lady Richard and all of her family members were also up very early that morning. After they were done with breakfast, the truck arrived in front of their villa. The workers started to load up the Lexington sofa set from the Richard family villa into the truck before they set off towards Furniture City with the Richard family members. There was a large-scale Furniture City in the west of Orris Hill, with almost all the furniture sellers in Orris Hill gathered here. There were all sorts of furniture from the low, middle, and high grade here at Furniture City. Therefore, this was the best place for them to shop for their furniture. Trump had always been heavily influenced by the late Lord Richard. He was especially in love with antiques just like his father. Moreover, he did not only enjoy shopping for antiques, but he also liked old furniture, especially furniture made out of good wood. The Lexington sofa set in the Richard family villa has always been his favorite, but it was simply a pity that it would never go to him. He could only think about it. Since he was in love with old wooden furniture, Trump headed directly to the wooden furniture shop as soon as he arrived at Furniture City. When Elaine saw him heading straight into a wooden furniture shop, the expression on her face changed immediately. At this time, Elaine tried to stop him as she said, "Trump, you're not allowed to buy a bunch of rotten wooden furniture for our new home. Our new house is a luxuriously decorated villa. If you want to buy a new set of furniture, you'll have to buy luxurious European-style furniture that is fitting for the luxurious villa. Why would you want to buy a set of furniture made out of wood that isn't only expensive but also very uncomfortable to sit on? It is absolutely not worth buying at all." "What do you know about furniture?" Trump replied disdainfully. "Japanese-style furniture focuses on wood and heritage. Only cultural experts will understand and be able to appreciate something like that." Elaine blurted out, "The both of us graduated from the same university. What makes you think that you are better educated than I am in any way?" Trump waved his hand before he said, "You need some sort of foundation before you'll be able to appreciate this kind of culture. I don't want to waste any more time talking about this to you since you don't understand it at all." After he was done speaking, Trump turned around to look at Alex before he said, "My good son-in-law, if we managed to buy a Lexington sofa set today, we would not have made this trip in vain." Alex nodded indifferently before he said, "Okay, Dad. As long as you like it." When Elaine saw that Trump was ignoring and disregarding her, she stomped her feet in anger. If this had been any other day, she would have already lost her temper at him. However, Elaine did not dare to lose her temper at Trump so casually. After all, she did not even have a single cent on herself anymore. Wouldn't it be to her disadvantage if she got angry now? Therefore, Elaine could only pull Emma aside as she said, "Emma, you have to persuade your father not to buy any flashy wood furniture which isn't only expensive but also very unsightly. Is it really wrong of me to want him to keep a few $100,000 in the bank? Isn't it good for us to save and prepare for rainy days?" Emma replied helplessly, "Mom, since Alex has already given the money and full control of it to Dad, we should not interfere in this matter." "You brat! Why aren't you supporting me at all?" Elaine really did not expect Emma to be so indifferent. This made her feel very uncomfortable. Emma replied earnestly, "Mom, you lost so much money playing mahjong with your friends. I think that it is time that you learned your lesson and try to control yourself. Since we've already agreed to let Dad have control of the family money, then you should learn to respect Dad's decisions." Elaine felt really uncomfortable and she felt as though there was a lump in her throat. At this time, Trump walked into a furniture shop called the Lexington House. This shop specialized in all sorts of Lexington wood furniture and it was actually quite famous in Orris Hill. As soon as Trump walked into the shop, a salesman quickly stepped forward and asked enthusiastically, "Good afternoon, sir. What are you looking for?" Trump replied, I want to look at some Lexington wood furniture for my living room. The salesman hurriedly asked, "How big is your living room?" Trump replied, "About 100 square meters."